If you're currently stuck in your journey, so if you have a lot of ambition to do things, but you just can't get yourself to take action on the actual steps that you need to take in order to get success, then this is the perfect video for you, because I've been in these situations myself a lot, and it's very hard to get out of this rut. In the self-improvement space, it's called the self-improvement depression phase. So this is the phase where you're already aware of all the bad habits, the good habits you should do but you're not doing, and you can't really enjoy your life anymore like back then, because back then you just played video games, watched Netflix, watched porn, and you just did it because it was normal for you and you didn't know any better basically. But now that you found out about the good life and you found out like what it takes to achieve certain goals that you set for yourself, now it's actually harder to like have those days where you're not doing anything, because you know in the back of your mind, I really should be doing something different. But here I am playing video games for another 5 hours, watching another Netflix series, and sitting there at the end of the day thinking, wow, I didn't get any like step closer to the goal that I wanted to achieve so badly. And that's exactly why I wanted to make this video, because it's not only like a one-time thing that you have to fix your life, because or where you have to get out of this like depression, self-improvement depression phase. The first one, of course, is the most significant one, but there will always be small events in life where you slack in your habits, where you slack in your goals, and where you just feel behind in life. That's why it's so important to have a framework every single time you kind of feel like you're in a rut. So without wasting any more of your time, let's straight hop into the video. But first, I just wanted to like congratulate you, because not a lot of people watch these unedited videos, because it's not a lot of like dopamine in the videos, and that's why it's very hard to like keep the retention going. But you clicking on this video and watching this introduction part already shows that you're committed to this and that you actually want to change something. So you're in a very good situation to actually get out of the rut and to get back on track when it comes to your goals. So just a small introduction for myself. I'm Pauly Beats, or you can also call me Paul, and I help young producers with their music production business. So if you're interested in that, then just subscribe to the channel, and now let's go. All right, so there are two things that are important when it comes to getting out of a rut basically. And those two things are your FTE and mental health. And before you click off the video because you hear mental health and oh, it's another one of these videos, trust the process. I'm gonna explain everything later on in the video. But first off, let's start with the FTE. This is a concept that I learned from The Millionaire Fastlane from MJ DeMarco. It's a very good book, definitely recommend it. And in there, he basically explains that if you're not in a like bad enough place in life, then you won't do anything to get your goal, because you're just not uncomfortable enough in your life and you don't have like a reason to do it basically. The FTE is your ultimate reason to actually put in some hard work and to work on your goals. This doesn't even have to be like one single event. I've had a bunch of these events in my life, but one that has stuck in my mind the most significantly was when I just like used to wake up back then, just play video games. I was like drenched in sweat. I woke up at 2 p.m. because I stayed up very late at night. I completely just watched the whole Marvel like universe timeline of all the movies. I was just completely indulging into instant gratification, and I had no social life. I couldn't talk to anyone without having anxious like thoughts and like feelings. I couldn't talk to girls. I couldn't like do anything with my body because I was like so incapable, because I was eating fast food. My physical shape was catastrophic. My mental game was catastrophic. And all these things just came together. I felt super depressed, and I started to feel like the consequences of my actions. And there was this like one particular day where I just like completely like cried just because my life was miserable. I was 15 years old at that time. And yeah, it was definitely like a key moment for me to actually start to improve my life. I was very down bad. I was like I don't want to go into the whole like hierarchy thing, but I was at the bottom of the pyramid. I like had nothing. I didn't have anything going on for myself. That gave me a reason to get out of that rut. So this is just like an example. This could be anything. This could be like some family member dying in your family or something like that. An FTE is just important because it's basically like your reason why you're doing something. And if you do not have an FTE, you're living a very comfortable life probably, and it will be very hard for you. But Having FTE is almost always necessary in order to stay in it for long enough. The next step is mental health. Mental health is so important for everything. If you do not have a good mental health, if you're not good up here, you're playing life on difficulty like extreme. It's so much harder to quit bad habits like video games, like Netflix, like porn, if you do not have a good mental health. If you're always completely anxious about things, or you're depressed in the mind and you do not have control over your own mind, then it will be so hard regardless of what you're doing. It doesn't even matter. Mental health is the single greatest boost for every single metric that you can level up in life. I know that it's not nice to hear, and you would rather have like a framework how to do it, like 50 push-ups a day and do this. But it's just about like getting straight up here first. It's not a sexy answer, but you have to build the foundation first before you start to build like a crazy building on top of it. Because if you have a bad foundation and the foundation crumbles, everything you've built up here will crumble, and you have to start over and over again. If you're trying to get this goal and you want to move the ball over here, and the ball is attached like a rubber band with a pole, stop pulling the ball, because the rubber bands, it's gonna like expand, but you're gonna snap back to the like foundation. Start to move the foundation. Then you won't even have to move the rubber band, because if you move the foundation all the way to the right, you will have a way easier time in every single thing that you do in life. And if you think this advice is boring, or you just need like some dopamine, you need a new tactic on how to do it, then I mean, I can't do anything else except to tell you that this is the way. This is the like single best way to do it. And in order for this video to be actually helpful for your life, I'm gonna give you a few steps that you can take in order to better your mental health. Because otherwise this will be just another video that you've watched and that you've got nothing out of. So I'm gonna give you a few steps now. Number one, and these will be things mainly that you have to eliminate. We don't even have to implement that many things, we just have to eliminate things. Number one, stop playing games, video games. Level up in life and get your dopamine system to reset. Next up, stop watching unnecessary YouTube videos, short form content, or Netflix, basically all types of social media and content production, except for like long-term documentaries or podcasts or long-form videos. You can watch them, but really try to stop watching short form content, because it's rotting your brain and you're not doing yourself any favor by watching them. Third step, stop watching porn. You have to stop feeding your brain hyper-stimulating content and visuals, because if you do not eliminate those things, your brain will always crave the quick dopamine things. And all of these like things interconnect, because when it comes to short form content nowadays, it's kind of like soft porn already. If you have like some fucked up algorithm and there are like some half naked woman on there, it's really like completely destroying your mind. So stop watching it. This plays hand in hand with this, and this plays hand in hand with this. You just have to eliminate those quick dopamine habits as best as possible. And last but not least, stop drinking alcohol, or smoking weed, or smoking cigarettes. Detrimental for your health, mental health. You're intoxicating your body. If you do it like once a month, okay, but you should really like minimize it. I mean, your body's literally like screaming at you on the next day when you're hungover, saying don't do this again, and you're still doing it. So quit those things as well. These are the most important things. If you do this, you have a decent foundation built. Of course, you can implement meditation, reading books, journaling, and you'll probably do it because you'll have like this much more time to do it. But this is not necessary. You don't have to implement all those new like cute habits and the cold shower and everything. It does help, I'm not gonna lie, but the important thing is that you quit these things. And I want you to go about it in the following way. Do not try to quit everything like immediately. Take your time, take the most important one for you right now, and try to quit it for 30 days. If you've managed to quit it, take the next one, and so on. So be humble with this. Don't let your ego fool yourself thinking, no, but I can't do it. I can quit games, I can quit alcohol, quit weed, and quit porn at the same time because I'm just built different. It may work for 5 days and you'll feel awesome, but then you'll relapse on something, and then your whole like foundation will collapse again. You're just not doing yourself a favor by trying to quit everything at the same time. So take your time, be humble, and really treat it like an addiction. And take the most important thing that you have right now, the thing that like really annoys you, and cut it off. And if you do that, you'll be out of the rut in 90 days and you'll feel like completely fulfilled. You will be more motivated to put some work in. You'll have more time to actually do the good habits. And yeah, you just set yourself up for success. And with the combination of the FTE and having like good mental health, you're then able to work on your business, work on the things that you want to achieve in life. But as I said before, if you're like still having all these habits in your life, you're playing hard on difficulty extreme. And that's just something that you have to realize. And when you realize it and when you start to build that solid foundation, you will thank me, because your brain right now is probably working on 20% of its capacity. So there's so much potential to get. You just have to like really sit down, talk to your demons, talk to the things that you struggle with right now, and you have to cut those things off. So I hope you got some value out of the video. I can't tell you how important this is. Really like sit down, journal about it, and think, okay, what step do I need to take next in order to fix my life? Because it's not going to be like an overnight fix. I could of course like make some clickbait video and tell you you just have to do like 50 push-ups and then everything will be great again, but that's just not the case. This is reality. In order to become great, it will take time. But if you actually build the solid foundation first, you will have a much easier life compared to your competition who also want to reach the same things as you do. So if you want to know more things about these concepts, then basically I have like an online community you can join called Polybeats Academy. In there we can talk about individual problems you're having and I can help you with your own journey. I'm there for accountability. We have like weekly coaching calls, 3 of them. We have sound kits, courses, a community of like-minded people, so many more things. Just watch the introduction video and I will be very happy if you join up. It's the only thing I sell basically. The other things I just put out for free. So I hope you really take the advice from this video, and I'm gonna see you soon in the next video, and keep on grinding. Bye.